Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. and Miss English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Noah. Today, we have a very special episode for you. This episode is called One Podcast to Boost Your English Listening and Speaking Skills.
Yes, if you want to improve your English, this episode is for you. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, sit back, and let's begin.
That's right, Emma. Before we start, let's talk about why listening and speaking are so important.
Good idea, Noah. You know, many students study English grammar for years. They know all the rules, but when they try to speak, they feel stuck.
Exactly. I hear this all the time. People say, I understand English when I read it, but when someone speaks fast, I get lost.
And that's a very common problem. Listening skills and speaking skills, they work together. If you can't listen well, you can't respond well either.
So today, we're going to share some simple, practical tips. Tips that really work. Not just theory, but things you can start doing today.
Let's start with listening, Noah. What's the first tip you would give someone?
Great question. My first tip is listen every single day, even just 10 minutes. Consistency is more powerful than doing a lot just one time.
I agree completely. Our brain learns language through repetition. It's like exercise. You can't go to the gym once and expect big results.
Right. So listen daily. It could be a podcast like this one. It could be a song. It could be a short video. Anything in English.
And here's something important. Don't always choose content that is too difficult. If you understand nothing, you'll feel frustrated and you might give up.
That's a great point, Emma. Choose something just slightly above your level. Not too easy, not too hard.
Exactly. This is called comprehensible input. It means you understand most of it, but there are still a few new words to learn.
Now, let's talk about a specific listening technique. It's called shadowing. Have you heard of this, Emma?
Yes, I love shadowing. Let me explain it simply. You listen to a sentence, and then you repeat it, at the same time as the speaker or right after.
That's right. You're basically copying the speaker's pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. It feels strange at first.
It really does. The first time I tried shadowing, I felt silly. I was talking to myself, following a recording.
Same here. But after a few weeks, something changes. Your mouth gets used to English sounds. Your ear gets sharper too.
So here's how you can try it. Choose a short audio clip, maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute. Listen to it once, just to understand the meaning.
Then listen again, and this time try to repeat every word right after the speaker says it. Don't worry about understanding everything yet.
Do this 3 or 4 times. By the end, you'll notice you're speaking faster and more naturally.
It's a simple trick, but it's incredibly effective. Many polyglots, people who speak many languages, use this method.
Now, let's move to another important idea: active listening versus passive listening.
This is important. Passive listening is when English is playing in the background, but you're not really paying attention.
Like when you play an English song while you're cooking or cleaning the house.
Right. That's okay sometimes. It helps your ear get used to the sound of English, but it won't improve your skills quickly.
Active listening is different. This means you sit down, you focus completely, and you try to understand every word.
With active listening, you might pause the audio. You might write down new words. You might even listen to the same part 2 or 3 times.
I recommend mixing both types. Use passive listening throughout the day and active listening for maybe 15 to 20 minutes with full focus.
Perfect balance. Now, Emma, let's talk about speaking. Many people say speaking is the hardest skill. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because speaking requires confidence. When you write, you have time to think. When you speak, you must respond quickly.
That's so true. And there's also fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged.
Yes, exactly. But here's something I always tell my students. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are proof that you are trying.
I love that. Nobody learns a language without making mistakes. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes.
So, tip number 1 for speaking. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. When you're alone, describe what you're doing in English.
For example, now I am making coffee. I am adding sugar. The coffee smells really good.
It sounds funny, but it works. You're training your brain to think in English, not translate from your own language.
That's a key point. Translating in your head slows you down a lot. The goal is to think directly in English.
Tip number 2, find a speaking partner. This could be a friend, a classmate, or even someone online.
Yes, there are many language exchange apps now. You can talk to people from all around the world.
And don't worry if your partner isn't perfect either. The goal is practice, not perfection.
Exactly. Even 5 or 10 minutes of conversation every day can make a huge difference over time.
Tip number 3, record yourself speaking. I know, many people hate this idea.
It's true. Nobody likes hearing their own voice.
But it's so useful. When you listen to your recording, you can notice your mistakes. Maybe your pronunciation, maybe your grammar.
And you can compare your recordings over time. After 1 month, you'll be amazed at how much you've improved.
Now, let's talk about pronunciation specifically. This is something many learners worry about.
Right. First, I want to say something important. You don't need a perfect native accent. Your goal should be clear communication.
I completely agree. Having an accent is normal. It shows you speak more than one language, and that's something to be proud of.
But of course, clear pronunciation helps people understand you better. So here are a few tips.
First, focus on word stress. In English, we stress certain syllables. For example, the word photograph and photography have different stress patterns.
That's right. Photograph, but photography. The stress moves. This is very different from many other languages.
Second tip, practice minimal pairs. These are words that sound almost the same, but have one different sound.
For example, ship and sheep, or bit and beat. Practicing these pairs trains your ear and your mouth together.
Third tip, watch your mouth in a mirror while speaking. This might sound strange, but it helps you see how native speakers move their lips and tongue.
Great tip. You can also watch videos of native speakers and try to copy their mouth movements.
Now, let's discuss building vocabulary, because vocabulary connects both listening and speaking.
Absolutely. The more words you know, the more you understand, and the more you can express yourself.
My advice here is don't just memorize word lists. Learn words in context, inside sentences, inside stories.
That's key. If you learn a word alone, you might forget it quickly. But if you learn it in a sentence, it sticks in your memory better.
For example, instead of just memorizing, happy means feeling joy, try learning it like this. She felt happy when she passed her exam.
Now you understand the word and how to use it naturally in a sentence.
Another great method is keeping a vocabulary journal. Write down new words you hear, along with an example sentence.
And review this journal regularly, maybe once a week. Go through your old words again.
This is called spaced repetition. Reviewing information at increasing intervals helps move it into your long-term memory.
Very smart method. Okay, Emma, let's talk about something people often forget: listening to different accents.
Oh yes, this is so important. Many learners only listen to one type of English, maybe American English or British English.
But in real life, you'll meet people from many countries. Australian English, Indian English, Canadian English. They all sound a little different.
So try to expose yourself to different accents. This will prepare you for real conversations in the real world.
Great advice. Now, let's talk about confidence, because honestly, confidence is half the battle.
So true. I've met students with excellent grammar knowledge but very low confidence, and students with average grammar but high confidence who communicate very well.
It's interesting, right? Confidence often matters more than perfect grammar.
Here's a tip to build confidence. Start with small conversations. Say hello to someone. Order food in English. Ask simple questions.
Small wins build up over time. Each successful conversation gives you more courage for the next one.
And remember, most people are kind. They appreciate that you're trying to speak their language or trying to improve.
Absolutely. Nobody expects perfection, especially from a language learner. Emma, before we move on, I want to talk about something many learners struggle with: common excuses that stop people from practicing.
Oh, this is a great topic. I hear these excuses all the time. Let's go through a few of them.
The first one is, I don't have time. Everyone is busy, of course, but honestly, you don't need hours every day.
That's right. Even 10 or 15 minutes spread across your day can make a real difference. You could listen while walking, while cooking, or while commuting.
Second excuse, I'm too shy to speak. This is a very real feeling, and it's completely understandable.
It is, but here's a helpful way to think about it. Nobody is watching you as closely as you think. Most people are focused on themselves, not judging your English.
And remember, every fluent speaker was once a beginner too. They also felt nervous the first time they spoke a new language.
Third excuse, I don't know where to start. This one is common, especially for beginners who feel overwhelmed.
My advice here is simple. Just pick one thing. One podcast, one show, one habit. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to begin.
So true. Progress comes from action, not from planning forever. Even a small, imperfect start is better than waiting for the perfect moment.
Now, let's talk about something fun: using technology to support your learning journey.
Yes, we live in an amazing time for language learners. There are so many free tools available now.
For listening practice, there are podcasts, YouTube channels, and audiobooks made specifically for English learners.
And for speaking practice, there are apps that let you record yourself, and even apps with AI conversation partners.
Some apps can even give you feedback on your pronunciation. This is incredibly helpful because you get instant, honest feedback.
Of course, technology is a tool, not a magic solution. You still need consistency and effort, but it definitely makes practice more accessible.
Let's do something a little different now. Emma, why don't we act out a short example to show our listeners what a natural conversation sounds like?
That's a wonderful idea. Okay, let's imagine we just met at a coffee shop. Ready?
Ready. Hi there. Is the seat taken?
Oh, hi. No, please, go ahead and sit down.
Thank you. This place is really nice. Do you come here often?
Actually, this is my first time. A friend recommended it to me. The coffee smells amazing, doesn't it?
It really does. I think I'm going to order a cappuccino. What about you?
I'm thinking about trying their iced tea. It's quite warm outside today.
Good choice. Okay, listeners, did you notice something? Our conversation was simple, natural, and used everyday vocabulary.
Exactly. You don't need complicated words to have a great conversation. Simple, clear English is often the most effective English.
This is such an important lesson. Many learners think they need advanced vocabulary to sound impressive, but clarity is far more valuable than complexity.
Absolutely. Native speakers use simple words constantly in daily life. Save the advanced vocabulary for when you truly need it.
Now, let's answer a few questions from our listeners. We received some great messages this week.
Our first question comes from a listener who asked, how long does it take to become fluent in English?
This is probably the most common question we get. And honestly, there's no single answer because it depends on many factors.
It depends on your starting level, how many hours you practice, and how you practice. Someone practicing 1 hour daily will progress faster than someone practicing once a week.
My honest advice, stop focusing so much on the timeline and focus on consistent daily habits instead. Progress will come naturally.
Our second question, should I focus on grammar or speaking first?
Great question. I believe you should focus on both, but don't wait for perfect grammar before you start speaking.
I completely agree. Many students delay speaking for years because they want to master grammar first, but language is meant to be used, not just studied.
Speak with the grammar you know now and improve it gradually along the way. That's a much more effective approach.
Great advice, Noah. Now, let's also talk about using English media for fun. This makes learning feel less like studying and more like entertainment.
Yes, watch English movies with subtitles first, then without subtitles later. Listen to English music and try to understand the lyrics.
You can also follow English YouTube channels about topics you love: cooking, travel, sports, technology, anything that interests you.
When you learn through your interests, it doesn't feel like hard work. It feels enjoyable, and that's when real progress happens.
Great point. Now, let's summarize some of the key tips we've shared today.
Sure, let's do a quick recap for our listeners.
Tip 1. Listen every day, even just a little.
Tip 2. Try shadowing to improve pronunciation and rhythm.
Tip 3. Balance active listening and passive listening.
Tip 4. Talk to yourself in English, describing your daily activities.
Tip 5. Find a speaking partner for regular practice.
Tip 6. Record yourself speaking and review your progress.
Tip 7. Focus on word stress and minimal pairs for pronunciation.
Tip 8. Learn vocabulary in context, not just isolated words.
Tip 9. Listen to different English accents.
And tip 10. Build your confidence with small, everyday conversations.
That's a lot of great tips, but remember, you don't need to do everything at once.
Exactly. Choose 1 or 2 tips and start today. Small, consistent steps lead to big results over time.
Language learning is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself.
Well said, Emma. Learning English or any language takes time, but every single day of practice brings you closer to fluency.
Before we finish today's episode, I want to remind everyone, practice is more important than perfection.
Absolutely. Don't wait until you feel ready to speak. Start speaking now, even if you make mistakes.
The only way to truly improve is by actually using the language. Reading about swimming won't teach you how to swim.
Great analogy. You have to get in the water and practice.
So our challenge for you today, try shadowing for just 5 minutes. Choose any English audio and repeat after the speaker.
And also, try talking to yourself for a few minutes today. Describe your surroundings, your feelings, your plans for the day.
Small actions, repeated consistently, create real change.
That's all for today's episode on Mr. and Miss English Channel.
Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our channel and share it with a friend who is also learning English.
Your support means the world to us and helps us create more helpful content for you.
Leave a comment below and tell us which tip from today you're going to try first.
We'd love to hear from you. And one more thing before we go, don't forget to be kind to yourself during this journey. Learning a language is not always easy, and there will be difficult days.
That's true. On those difficult days, just remember why you started and give yourself credit for every small step forward.
Because every expert was once a beginner, and every fluent speaker once struggled with the exact same things you're struggling with now.
So be patient, Stay consistent and trust the process. Your English will improve, little by little, day by day.
Until next time,
Keep listening
keep speaking.
and keep growing every single day.
This is Emma,
And this is Noah.
saying goodbye from Mr. and Miss English Channel.